This concrete-topped dining table is the second in a series we like to call the Concrete and Wood Geometric Collection. Jen Woodhouse and I collaborated to bring you the plans and tutorial to build each of these 4 pieces, and I want to take you through a quick look at the process of building this table. The base of the dining table is formed from 2 3/4-inch square pieces. You can either rip down fresh lumber or opt for reclaimed and mill up some beams. These gorgeous barn boards are from the same stock that I used to build this dining table, also a collaboration with Jen, this sink front, and parts of this pantry cabinet. For the dining table build, I opted for a clean milled look and milled the pieces down on all 4 sides. This was the last of the supplies from this particular barn, and it was full of through mortises that I had to work around, but I think it was worth it. After milling, I cut the pieces down to their approximate sizes and determined the layout of the table based on where I wanted each piece showing. That step is particularly important when using reclaimed wood. Once I determined where I wanted each piece, I cut the miters on the miter saw. I sealed the end grain of each fresh cut miter with a 50-50 mixture of glue and water in order to assist in adhesion when I glued up the joints. I glued each joint, then let them sit for 24 hours before reinforcing. I used this handy dowel jig to guide the bit and drilled holes for pegs to reinforce each of the miters. I placed the peg holes where they would not be seen, whether that was toward the bottom, as in the case of the lower sections, or facing up where the top boards would be against the tabletop. The jig helped line up the holes so I could then drill out the remainder of the depth. I then glued and pegged the joints. The entire middle section was joined first, then the bottom and sides of the 2 squares that wrap around it. Wait to attach the top of the squares until they're assembled around the middle rectangle. If you don't wait, the fit may be too tight to position properly. Lived experience. And that was it. All that was left was to attach the concrete top, which I poured not long after completing the base. I love the geometric look of this base. It's actually a fairly simple build that looks more complex than it really is. Head over to jenwoodhouse.com to download the plans if you'd like to build one for yourself, and you can pick up some tips and tricks from my tutorial at thecreatedhome.com. And don't forget to follow us both on Instagram and other social media so you don't miss the rest of this concrete and wood geometric collection. Until then, happy building!